week we had discussed quite a few scenarios and possibilities that can actually happen to the United States. However, there is one thing that I want to touch on because I believe it is the most dangerous of all of them, and that is the domino effect. Threats are becoming incredibly difficult to ignore. From cyber attacks, global conflict, the fabric of society is showing signs of strain. I would like to put it like this. A well-executed cyber attack targeting the power grid will and could and most likely will plunge entire regions into darkness. We're discussing here what will happen and what the death toll will be. A complete breakdown in communications, transportation, emergency services. The aftermath will result in widespread economic collapse and civil unrest. The best way for you to prepare for a power grid or a cyber attack is to have a backup system. Have solar, have battery storage, generator, whatever you can get your hands on. Stock up on food, water, and any essential that you deem necessary. As I said before, whatever you can get your hands on. A global conflict. Well, a major global conflict could lead to massive disruption in fuel supplies, causing fuel prices to skyrocket, shortages. Again, it can impact transportation, agriculture. A lot of people don't understand this, but there's no way that you can plow 1,000 acres without using a tractor. There's just no way. Animals is how many oxes will you need to do that? A lot. And we don't have it anymore because it is called animal cruelty nowadays. Now, where I come from, that's the way they do it. But they're barely producing anything because there is no fuel. That's a very good example. Cuba has no fuel. Therefore, they have to revert back to animals. And guess what? They are producing almost nothing. That is why people are starving in there. How can you prepare for this? Well, especially for transportation, I have recommended in the past having bicycle, perhaps an electric bike if you have solar panels that you can recharge the batteries. You may need to get creative. Here in Alaska, perhaps having dogs during winter will be the right way to do it. Mushing, transporting yourself from one point to another. People don't believe this, but in Cuba, people use goats. Yeah, they put a little harness on the goats, and the goat actually carry a car or pull a car behind it. Horses, things like that. Again, many folks have said in the past animal cruelty, this and that, but guess what? We used horses in the past for transportation, and it worked. Now, again, fuel shortages, no tractors. Try to put away food. If the infrastructure don't have fuel to produce electricity, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to have civil unrest. No electricity equals blackouts. Blackouts equal that criminal element coming out and do bad things. It's just the way that it goes. A clear example is in Florida. Every time there is a hurricane, they get, I'm not going to say blackouts, but they get power outages. The one thing the police do over there is, going around businesses because the criminal element goes out and try to rob those businesses. It happens all the time. Now, what can you do? How can you prepare for that possible civil unrest? Well, invest in a good security system that is backed up by, solar panels, batteries, generator, whatever you can get your hands on. Consider relocating to a rural area. Rural areas are less prone to chaos, less prone to, people trying to do you harm. I'm just going to come out and say it like that because that's the best way that I can put it. And you need to establish a clear emergency plan with your family. This is something that I had discussed in the past. You need to make sure and assure that everybody knows what the plan is. It's not just you having it in your head or you having it written down in a piece of paper. Everybody needs to be aware of what is going on. At the end of the day, I'm here to tell you that we are standing in a brink of multiple potential crises. It is unavoidable. This is what happens when society collapses. Multiple things happen. It's a domino effect. And neither you and I can stop it. All we can do is prepare as best as we can. With that being said, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like I was rock on, prep on, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.